I just so yesterday I took the whole day off. Um, I tried to play the satellite to the main event, which was like 500, 600, something like that, 800, and trying to win the 10K ticket for that. Lost right away. And my strategy going into it was to play like ultra aggressive and just try to get chips in the middle. And of course, what happened was I went in with. I had been just going in with very wide range, especially when there was like a lot of players. Like, it was, what's really a popular way to play right now, how everybody likes to play, especially that like 500 kind of level. Like, it was really like 1-3 players there. So like people playing 1-3 right now, they want everybody limp in. Um, and I mean, it's not like everywhere. It's not all the time. This what's popular right now. That's what I keep saying. Everybody wants to limp in, and it's a big family pot. That's what they like. So they're trying to play. And I kept assuming that since everybody limped, they wanted to. They would, if they limped, they'd shove. That's what I was thinking. And so I saw a lot of limpers, and then I'd shove, and then they all thought that that meant that I had aces and would fold. And after I did that like 3 or 4 times, somebody called me with ace jack, and I had king jack, and I lost. Came out. I said I'm gonna take the whole day off, and then I'm gonna play the main event. I'm just gonna buy into the main event, day 1A. Let's go for it, like day A. Pay to get in, just play it. Then I took the whole rest of the day off, tried to like sleep through. I basically slept for like going between like making something to eat, uh, like really in the middle of the night. I got like really stuck watching like uh, Instagram videos and whatever, and then it was like kind of hard to sleep. And then like one thing on Instagram said uh, it's like the way to fall asleep is pretend like you're asleep, and then you'll fall asleep. And I'm like uh, thinking like about that and about it's like some other thing that was like nightmare juice or something, or like nightmare drink, and like drink these like energy drinks, and they would make him have nightmares. And then it was like carrying over to where it was like everything was a nightmare, and he like he calls like I don't know what it's like. Oh, he called the number on the bottle for the nightmare juice, and he was like, "Hey, I can't." He goes, "Hey, I can't tell the difference between the nightmares life when I'm awake. She goes, oh, really? You remember it's from Seattle? You're from Seattle? It's like, yeah. She's like, you want to meet up for some coffee or something? And he's like, sure. And then he like goes and meets her for coffee. And they're like having a great time. And then he like wakes up like, and then he's like, oh no, I was he's like falling in love with some girl, and I'm waking up. Like, that's the whole reason why I want a nightmare chase. And anyway, and then he like starts getting attacked by monsters. And I'm like, anyway, it was like a really funny video. So I'm like thinking like the same thing, like I feel terrible for like losing all these tournaments and then like just going behind like the main event. But like it could be worse. Like I could live in nightmare world. Not exactly live in nightmare world. And if I saw worse, then I would like what I'm dealing with would be like nothing. It was a good like. But anyway, I got caught up like watching these videos, and then I was like trying to sleep, trying to get hours of sleep. I must have got at least 12 hours of sleep. Then I go to buy in at like early. Like I left. The tournament starts at 11, and I left here at like 9:30, and stopped at In-N-Out, where I've never been to In-N-Out on the strip. So I stopped there. It's the same as any other In-N-Out. But I just wanted to see it. I've never been there. It's like, and it's brand new too. So it's nice, like seeing new stuff, I guess. It's a new In-N-Out. I built In-N-Outs before too. It's new construction. It's construction. But I go to buy in, and I had problems buying in. But the app wouldn't work, and they cut off my credit card because I had a max of 5K and the ticket 10K. And then the credit card like cut everything off, so now I couldn't do it all for anything. And then so I get on the phone with the bank, and the bank is like, we can do an ACH to them, like direct to the World Series people. And then the World Series people were like, we don't take, like, they're like, we're not a bank. Like, we're the cage, we're not a bank. We don't take an ACH from the bank. Like, we don't, like, we just don't do that. They're like, you have to do it. Just messed up like that. But I had to figure out how to get the app to work. Anyway, I do this. This took like hours. Standing in line, trying to get the app to work, trying to like. This time it's got to be like almost one. It was probably like almost two by the time I got everything figured out. And like, it was like almost one, and I left portion. I was like, and then in my credit, my card wouldn't even work on the ATM. because it already like denied a charge. So my card won't work on ATM. I can't do anything. So I leave Horseshoe and I go to Aria. Aria doesn't have 1-2 Glow there because they got their meter, which is $3,500, which I don't have because I don't have any money because they cut off my credit card because I tried to buy a fucking $10,000 ticket. And so now my credit card's cut off. I can't do anything. They only have 5, 10, 20. And I got like $400. For like 8. So I buy an 800, 5, 10, 20. I'm like, hopefully I just like catch. I keep getting re-raised by a guy who has ace. And I'm just running bad. I lose 2. Pre-flop. This table, they're making it like 80. You know, it's like 5, 10, 20. Somebody makes it 80. And then that's like a quarter of my stack. So I have no hands that I could play. Like, there's no strategical value to having a fourth of a pot stack. Like, there's no strategical value. And at first I was like, I'm just going to double up in like 2 seconds. That didn't happen. I lost $200, like nothing. Like, I looked at 2 flops. That was it. And they came for take the big, you know, pay the time for half an hour. And I was like, I'm done. And I got up and left. Went to Bellagio. And ran super bad at Bellagio. I think I'm in bought for like 200, 300 on their PLO, which they rarely ever have PLO at Bellagio, but they do tickets. I run bad at PLO, try to take a day off again. By this time, I got my app. And I get ACH from my bear trade, my Bank of America, because the only bank that I have that'll work on the World Series app, like the different banks have like either they work or they don't, whatever website. Bank of America worked. So I ACH to Bank of America, do Bank of America ACH to World Series, and I get a ticket for tomorrow. Someone will be playing one for D. I'm gonna get issues with my payment, and it's gonna be no color for the last day. 1A, they say is the best for if you're like, or like, I fucking live here. Because you get like days off in between that long poker session and World Series, and that's what people can't stand through. So it's a big problem for a lot of people. to stand through like these long sessions. And so if you go for 1D, which people that fly in go flight D because they gotta get less days at hotels. So it's like less overhead. They fly in, they hit the flight D, and then they got like that many days at the hotel. So they're getting more like recreational players, people that play like rarely one year, super high roller, like that type, playing the D. I don't really. I've been running so bad compared to donkey players. That I don't want to play with that level. Like I want to play with the higher level. I don't want to be like getting some guy shoving all in every hand. You know, every time I got an ace in my hand, shove all in. I don't want to play against that because what am I going to do? I'm going to call him. And he's going to spike some bullshit and kill me. I don't want to play against a holder like that. I've been doing that for like months. Playing against things like that. Playing the 400, 500, 200, $1,000 tournaments. I've been playing against those like terrible players that are just trying to spike, you know, anything. Trying to like bingo flop. I've been up against that stuff. And it's not going. I was not getting lucky, and I need like a long lucky streak. Because the way that I do my bankroll is I'm just trying to run it out, and I put my whole bankroll right on the line, right on the line, right on the line. I'm not trying to, you know, go, oh, I won 100 a day, I won 100 a day, I won 100 a day, I lost 100 a day, but then I won 100 the next day, and then I lost 100 2 days in a row, and I won 100 3 days in a row. I'm trying to go like from 1K to like 300K. Is what I want, 300K. And the bankroll management is not matching. But so I dealt with all that trying to just buy in. You know what I mean? I finally got that here. He said, and then ran out of Bellagio and said I'm gonna go back home and get another big napping. I'm gonna go over to Mandalay and hanging out in Mandalay. Little Mandalay. Down like $100 in my pocket and ended up like $3. Then the game just kind of died. I don't know how much of it had to do with like what had to do with what? I mean, everybody just kind of got up and left. It was like 4 people. Like somebody had to go somewhere. Somebody else like went to the bathroom. Somebody else went to go eat. And then the other guy wanted to play 3-handed, I was like, I don't want to play three-handed. Like, they drop $1 every freaking time they flop. Like, they'd have to go like without a rake. Because if you watch like short-handed poker and compared to the rake, um, you just can't play short-handed with the rake. Like the rake is too much. So I'm due. We got due power. Like every day I'm more due. And now that it's World Series day is tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. It's going to start today, but now it's tomorrow. I know I'm due. I'm going to be winning this. I'm so due. People are going to still be playing like dog shit against me. And you're going to be shoving all. And I'm going to have like the same hand that I always have, which is aces. I'm going to have like aces, or I might have a set. And people are going to be looking at me and they're going to say, okay, this guy's got aces or a set. And I know that because that's the only hand he ever plays. But I think I can beat him because I'm going to go all in and hit a straight. And people think at a higher level like that when you're playing bigger games. Because at like a smaller game, at like a 300, like $250,000 tournament, they'll say, I got an ace in my hand, I'm going to go all in, even though he has aces. I'm going to hit something. I'm going to hit the other ace. Then I'll make trip aces, even though he's got pocket aces. Like, I don't think he's got aces because I got an ace in my hand. I'm going to go all in because he's got kings and I'm going to spike an ace. That's how people play at like the lower scale. The bigger scale, they start thinking, okay, I know he's got aces, but I'm going to hit a straight draw if I go all in. And what's going to happen is I'm going to call. And then they're going to miss the straight draw. And that's where everything changes. Because they were always hitting the straight draw. Now they're going to miss the straight draw because I'm due. I've had so many people that are just hitting whatever. I'm not due. I have a confidence in how due I am. I'm on the biggest due marathon of my life. I've never been this due before. Anyway, it's like almost 7 p.m. or something like that, and I thought I'm gonna play at the bar. I kind of wanted to play more Mandalay or maybe go over to MGM. But I feel like after taking a day off yesterday, like I have what's this, Chrissy White, call me and we can talk about it, Chrissy White. Never heard of cheese before. Can you tell me about that? Got my phone number on my profile. Um, what I need is to get some good sleep. I figure if I go to bed at 9, like if I really put my head down and close my eyes and like force myself at 9, then I'll be waking up like early. Especially like I got a $10,000 fucking poker game. Like, I really should respect it. So, I got mom on the feed too, so. Hi, mom. So I think I could get like more hours of good sleep if I don't go back over to playing more poker, because I don't want to run out of do-ness, and I don't want to start running good when I'm playing 1-3. Like, I know I'm going to start running good, and I want that to be when I'm playing a 10K tournament. I don't want to start running good when I'm playing 1-3. And also, if I start like hitting hands, or even if I like, if I'm playing, I get like emotions about like hands or whatever, or like there's some girl I was talking to, and I was like, girl or whatever, and I was really just like making fun of her. But it's like way too cool. I mean, if you can get it to casino, but in Vegas. Vegas. But, you know, you could be like talking to somebody or whatever, get emotions, and then I'm gonna be awake, like win a hand and get like that little rush of adrenaline. So I'm gonna read this book. So far, I'm in chapter 2, and I really liked the beginning, because it's like, and I guess that's how this author is. It's Janet Ivanovich. She was like kind of really funny. Like, she looks funny too. You can see what she looks like there. She looks like she would be funny. She's a funny person. Got a How I Write. Secrets of Best-Selling Author. You can check that out. About the I got a feeling like she's dead. Like, you know when you look at authors and you just maybe she's not dead. Oh no, this is from 1994. She's long dead. It's like published in 10. Yeah, that author is long dead. Um, you should call me. Whatever. Cappy White. Um, yeah, it started off like it was really funny, and it was like the girl who's the main character is a cook in like a muffin restaurant or like a bakery place, and it was like all these puns, like it was like a spinning joke about like cupcakes. I was like, it's like this is fucking funny as shit. Like the more cupcake jokes, it's like the funnier it got. And but then it was like she's like gonna be like magic or wit or something. And I'm like, okay, this is going a little too far. Like I liked the cupcake. I didn't want it to be like a Harry Potter remake. I wanted like the Cupcake Girl story. they see a lot of like yoga class video stuff, and I think it's funny when they're trying to follow the video, and from the programs is I want balance. Like I want like a balanced left way, right way pattern. And some of them, and that like really drives me crazy, is when the yoga lady that you're like following her pattern, or yoga guy, whatever, they'll do like one side and then they don't do the other side, or they do the other side like really fast. That drives me fucking nuts. But like a common thing that they'll say is they'll go, "Oh, don't go that far if you don't want to, or you can like stay in this one position, like if it feels good or whatever." And but now I'm just like stretching yoga. What is that called? Like yoga something positions. Some kind of yoga positions, but just like stretching. Well, it's been kind of bothering me to like inside of my shoulder right there. I'm feeling tight. I haven't really gotten a back rub in a while. Like, I used to, whenever I was at the casino, I'd get back rubs all the time. But one is I've been losing, so I just haven't been feeling like spending any money. Or like, if I'm up $1,000 tonight, Instagram, and I forgot her name, but she's Greg Raymer's girlfriend. Years hit on that girl like so many times that she's been like, I'm Greg Raymer's girlfriend. Shut the fuck up. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, you're his girlfriend, I get it. But you're the only girl that can rub backs. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. The other ones, it's like you pay them to like tickle your back. And people always say like guys that talk about the guys that get the back rub. And they're like, these guys pay these back, and it's really they're paying them because they wouldn't otherwise get attention from a woman or from a woman who's that pretty. And so they just want like a pretty woman to give them attention. And I'm like, that's not like maybe that's what some of them like. Some of them just want a pretty girl to be like rubbing them. Uh, but I want an actual back rub. Like, my fucking back hurts, my neck hurts. I've been sitting in this chair for like 14 hours. Uh, I need a damn back rub. And it's just like most of these girls just do it. They come with like the tickleback. Uh, trying to make a really long video because I'm trying to figure out if it'll go up from being streamed to just going straight up. Like, it'll sit there processing for a while and then it'll just go up. And I did one that was a half an hour long. Usually I don't make them that long because they wouldn't go up. But I did one that's a half an hour and went up. So I'm going to try doing one that's an hour long just to see if it goes up. And I've seen videos that people have been making that are like really long, like 45 minutes, an hour long. And I saw Ronnie had one up that was like 50 minutes and it got 1 million views. Or there's some other guy that's like, it seemed like it was like almost like part of his thing where he, like, so there's a lot of them that they have like a craft that have been coming up where they have a craft, like they'll make knives or whatever. They'll be like hammering metal into a knife or whatever, and then they have the guy who pictures, and he'll like, I guess he lives in Alaska, and he'll go out into like where there's like deep snow, and he'll cut into the snow and dig it out and make like a snow bunker, which seems to me like not very reliable for like I guess if it's just cold, like, and windy and snow, you can make a snow bunker, and that would keep you from being like wind hurting you. I guess it would be cold, warmer in the bunker thing, like if the wind isn't blowing your air away, so you would be able to conceal warmth. But it doesn't make any sense for like emergency situation, war zone. Like maybe if you already have this snow bunker made, which it doesn't look like it takes the very long. It looks like hard work. It's like a 1 day project to make a snow bunker. Like from standing in snow to in a snow bunker in a few hours. If you like haul ass in there, if you have 2 guys, yeah, snow bunker, no. But this guy's videos are like hour plus long, and they get like millions of views. So want to see if the hour-long video will post itself. Because I feel like just having like a documentary would give me like some credibility. But, and I otherwise wouldn't be doing anything. Probably mom's just like sitting there like stretching. Dude. She's like messing around with her computer or something. But I think I make the website algorithm jump for me too. I really like film long videos, especially long, and have like viewers, you know, like they count the viewers, they count the likes, the comments, all this stuff like goes towards something. And otherwise, I would just be like laying here, stretching my bed. I think they might have a fireworks show at 9, so I kind of want to be up and go and see the fireworks. I like the Christian Girl vibes. I haven't really read through all of the comments, but I like the Christian Girl vibes. I get stuck with the stalker, internet girl stalker. hoping my old phone didn't just break on me. It's flashing on and off. That's like all my passwords on. It's been like breaking more and more over the years. I've been just like using it for passwords. Exclusively password found. And now it's flashing on and off. Give up on life. Maybe the thing that'll set me apart would be, I guess I could talk about game, but if it stops testing videos, go on live cam, cuss, then I could put it like the kids okay mode, and maybe that would get like somebody start sending me a check. They couldn't talk about gambling. I couldn't talk anything about gambling or girls. I would need like almost topic. I would almost need like a new topic to talk about. And all I got going on right now is I'm in Vegas playing World Series of Poker. That's all I got going on. And then like stretching. That's just like, so this video is okay for only stretch. And not talk about what the book is about unless I already have read the book. And then I couldn't put comments. I don't know, I think it's just not going to happen. The R-rated suit around now. He used to I don't know what he used to wear, not a suit. But now he's like wearing a suit around all this. He's Jeff. I just know him as Jeff. I don't know what the hell his last name is, like Forgot or something. Good old Jeff. I played like a bunch of tournaments with him years ago. He's not very good. He's very nitty. But what's funny is that these not very good nitty players outlast me a lot. And it's because I try to win the tournament in the first hand. And you can't do that. You're trying to play hands. But the tournaments that I've won have been the shortest tournaments. like that they have. Like they'll be like, oh, this thing was scheduled to be over at like 2 or 4 a.m. and it's 11 p.m. and you knocked out like everybody. Like the whole tournament is over. It's like 10, 11 a.m. It's like 11 p.m. and they usually end at like 3 a.m. And like, well, uh, this is how I play it. I just knock out the whole room. Or die right away. Or used to, years ago. I was very, very good player. And I was really not even playing to make money. I was really just playing because I had, like, internal anger issues. And you could take the law on people at a poker table and making them get bad beated. So it would, like, max buy, rebuy, shove all in. And if I thought somebody had a hand that they wouldn't fold, I would shove. And like it basically would like ruin the poker game for people who want to sit there and just have a little relaxing sit there and talk about the fucking stories. And also it would terrorize people. Like they wouldn't want to call with anything. It was like I knew that somebody would have aces because they called, or like they would limp. I know they had like aces, and after they saw me going all in for half an hour, I knew they had like a big pocket pair, and they were gonna call me if I go all in. So I would just limp. And people would ask me this all the time too. They said, "Why do you just shove pre-flop all in for like an hour?" And I'm like, "Well, like most of the time." But two, um, the big thing to being the all-in guy is that people will limp into you, and instead of raising into you, where like let's say I have ace kings or aces, and they would raise, limp into you, and it's never the whole table. Like the whole table kind of just like falls off. It changes from the whole table trying to limp in and see if they can flop two pair each to uh, I have a really good hand. I'm going to call phase of a poker tournament where people are limping into me. I would stop shoving and I would limp too. So now I'm the guy trying to hit two pair. And it worked till it doesn't. I used to like playing like that. I'm too old and tame. Well, the guy that lives in the apartment building, um, gave me these rock stars. Oh, wondering how old they are. And I can't find a date on them. One major thing I've been having is my ankle has been really hurting. And I think it might have something to do with one, I've been walking a lot, so there's gonna be stress from that. But I saw Whitechapel like months ago, and I feel like I'm getting old. And I saw Whitechapel months ago, which I have always liked metal, and I liked punk more than metal, but I also but I was like a punk rocker, and then like a metal guy. But I saw this Whitechapel show, which what's funny is like the bands that I liked when I was a lad have been turning into like old grandpas, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like almost as old as them. I'm like an old grandpa. But I saw Whitechapel, and I get in the mosh pit, and I get somebody threw me up and crowd surfing, and when I fell off the crowd surfing, I kind of landed wrong on my foot, and it's just like kind of twisted my ankle over. My ankle has been like really bad recently, and I think it goes back to that Whitechapel when I fell on my foot. And I don't remember. Was that bad? I heard that bad. I was just like totally done for the day. Why does God have to send you to me? You got this twisted, lady.
see apartments here that are empty, and I'm like, how is this? Like, how are there so many empty apartments here? Like, this is the location of a century, like, literally right on the strip. Like, my address is Vegas Mall. How does this have empty units? It's insane. There's no bugs. I haven't seen a rat or anything. Like, no problems. Like, it's kind of ghetto. Like, they haven't put anything into it for a decade. But, dude, it's on Vegas Boulevard. Even the Vidara or like the Waldorf, they're on like Aria Boulevard, like at Aria Avenue or whatever. They'll be on like, you know, whatever little side street they're on. This thing is on Vegas Boulevard. Like, dude, how are there empty units? It's insane. It just makes me think like I would never buy real estate in Vegas. Like, not if it was if I could, like, I mean, maybe if I could buy like this apartment building or an apartment building just like this. Like, there are other apartment buildings right near the strip. Like, there's one between here and MGM that's like right next to the Catholic Church there, the shrine. And there's an apartment building that's empty there, and it's like under construction. I don't know if they're like rehabbing it or what, but like, I would buy this building or that one. Like, if I was gonna live in it, I wouldn't buy them as like a investment. Like, the guy that owns this one owns like 30 of them around town. I wouldn't do business that big, but like, I would be like the guy that owns the apartment building and just live out of like one unit and just try to rent all of them out, you know, or like maybe stuff some of them with like, you know, like stuff some of them with like business of some kind, like manufacturing, like little letterheads or something. Like, just make little shops out of the units, but mostly just run them for tenants. But I would do that. I would not have 30 apartment buildings around Vegas. That sounds like, I mean, I guess if you just have so much money that you have nothing else better to do with it, whatever, like, do whatever. But I cannot believe there are empty units here. It's so crazy. You'd think that they would get rented out, maybe like Airbnb them out, or like have like short-term rentals, or like even like I thought that what I was gonna do here was I was gonna keep this apartment rented and just keep renting it, and maybe like, well, I really thought about doing this with like the 2 bedrooms that are next to what? Nah. But I was thinking about getting a 2-bedroom apartment and renting out like one room to like a roommate. But that'd be too much drama. Having people involved or whatever. I I could call my couch guy, because my phone just broke and he's like my little living room. See if he still can use the couch. I can't believe there's like Lynn property, but so much empty great locations. I can't see why anybody would build property. What else I can't see is why people don't just, like Donald Trump said, he's gonna bring back corporate America. People use the stuff into a house. There would be like the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom house with like 7 kids. And that was a common thing. Now it's like everybody has their own bedroom. Like, you got a bunch, like nobody has a bunch of kids. It's like super rare how much. A lot of them, like every kid has their own bedroom. Like there's just a lot of space, a lot of real estate. I think that, and they say it's common in like Europe, people kind of stuff into charging. I think that that's kind of due in America, like we're a little bit due for people living closer proximities to each other, like a tiny apartment like this, like really should be like metro. Like that. So, there should be like 6 motherfuckers in this room. That's how Europe operates. Every other country. Here's what it's like. There's such much space. Too much space. They overbuild. Movie